We're diving into one of the most talked about coins in the collecting world, the 1965 Washington quarter with no mint mark. Could it really be worth $1.5 million? Stick around, especially if you've got old coins lying around, because this could change your life. First, a little backstory. In 1965, the U.S. Mint made a major change. Due to a silver shortage, quarters were no longer made of 90% silver. Instead, they switched to a copper-nickel clad composition. That's the kind we still use today. To avoid confusion and discourage people from hoarding silver coins, no quarters from 1965 to 1967 have mint marks. That means whether they were struck in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, the coins all look nearly identical. But here's where it gets interesting. Rumors have swirled online about a 1965 quarter selling for $1.5 million. Is it real? Well, yes and no. Most 1965 quarters are worth only face value, but a small number were accidentally struck on silver planchets, leftover blanks meant for 1964 silver quarters. These rare coins contain 90% silver, not the copper-nickel sandwich you're used to. Only a handful of these have been verified. In top condition, they've sold at auction for over $7,000. And in one special case, a collector reportedly paid over $1 million for a near-perfect, high-grade silver-struck 1965 quarter. So, how can you tell if your 1965 quarter is the golden, or rather silver ticket? Check the edge. Modern quarters have a visible copper stripe on the side. A silver quarter will have a solid silver edge. Weight matters. Silver quarters weigh about 6.25 grams, while clad ones weigh closer to 5.67 grams. A precise digital scale is your best friend. Color and sound. Silver coins have a distinct ring and a duller, less shiny surface than clad coins. Professional grading. If you think you have something special, get it graded by PCGS or NGC. This can verify authenticity and maximize its value. The truth is, most 1965 quarters are worth 25 cents. But if you find one of these rare silver planchet errors in great condition, it could be worth thousands, and maybe, just maybe, you could hit that seven-figure jackpot. Right now in 2025, verified examples have sold for $3,000 to $15,000, depending on condition and certification. A $1.5 million price tag is possible, but only under extremely rare conditions, like flawless preservation, major collector interest, and a confirmed silver strike. If you're sitting on old coins, from your parents, grandparents, or even just forgotten change jars, now is the time to look, especially quarters from the 1960s. Even if it's not the $1.5 million coin, other rare errors, silver coins, and proofs can still be worth hundreds or thousands. You don't have to be an expert, you just need a little curiosity and the right information. If you're unsure, take your coin to a trusted coin dealer or send it to a grading service. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share with someone who might have a treasure hiding in a drawer. Got a coin you're curious about? Drop a comment below. I read them all. Remember, coins are history in your hands, and sometimes they're worth a fortune. Until next time, happy hunting! We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1978 Washington quarter with no mint mark, and why one version of this coin could be worth up to $1.8 million. Text on screen. 1978 quarter equals up to $1.8 million. Let's start with the basics. The 1978 Washington quarter was part of the standard issue circulating currency. It's 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, and weighs about 5.67 grams. Close-up visual of obverse and reverse sides voice, you'll find George Washington on the front, or obverse, and an eagle on the reverse. But here's the interesting part. Many of these coins were minted without a visible mint mark, meaning they were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Text on screen. No mint mark equals Philadelphia on camera or voiceover with zoom-ins. So how can a coin that millions of people used for soda or parking meters be worth over $1 million? Cue dramatic pause. Rare errors, pristine condition, and collector demand. Show examples of coin grading scale, MS60, MS70. Most 1978 quarters are worth face value, maybe a few bucks if in good shape. But one coin, allegedly graded a perfect MS-70, with ultra-rare die errors and no mint mark, was auctioned or valued privately for around $1.8 million. Key: MS-70 plus rare error plus no mint mark with coin and magnifier. Here's what you want to look for if you think you've hit the jackpot. No mint mark under In God We Trust, extremely sharp details, proof-like surfaces. No visible wear, must look uncirculated, double die errors, especially in text or date, off-center strikes or planchet errors, zoom in on sample error coins. Even minor minting errors can raise the value to hundreds or thousands of dollars. But a combination of rarity, perfection, and error, that's where six-figure prices come in. At desk, serious tone now, let's be real. Not every 1978 no mint mark quarter is worth millions. There's a lot of misinformation online and some exaggerated values floating around. Text on screen: watch out for scams. But that doesn't mean your coin has no value. The key is having it properly evaluated by a trusted coin grading company like PCGS or NGC. Show logos of grading companies at table with coin kit. If you think you've got a valuable coin, here's what you should do. Don't clean it. Cleaning reduces value. Use a magnifier to inspect it. Compare to verified rare coin images. Send it to a grading service, PCGS/NGC, listed on auction platforms like Heritage Auctions, eBay, for verified users, or Great Collections. A professionally graded coin can fetch far more in the market, especially if it's confirmed to be a rare variety. So, is every 1978 no mint mark quarter worth $1.8 million? Not quite, but could you have one worth hundreds, thousands, or even six figures? Yes, it's possible. Go check your old change jars, wallets, or that little coin box from your grandparents. You never know. Your spare quarter might just be a fortune in disguise. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin value guides, and share it with someone who might be sitting on a hidden treasure. We're diving into the truth behind the 1979 D. Washington quarter, and how to know if you might have a fortune sitting in your drawer. The Washington quarter has been a part of American history since 1932. But the 1979 D quarter, with the D mint mark meaning it was struck at the Denver Mint, is one of the most talked about coins in recent collector circles. Now, most of these quarters are common. Millions were made, but a tiny fraction have rare errors or features that can send their value through the roof. In 1979, the U.S. Mint was using aging dies and equipment, and some quarters were struck with errors, double dies, misalignments, and other minting quirks. These rare versions are where the value lies. In a shocking 2022 auction, one 1979 D quarter with a unique error sold for $1.9 million. So, what made it so special? This particular coin had a dramatic double die obverse, meaning the front image, George Washington's face, was doubled due to a minting error. Combine that with pristine condition and full original luster, and you've got a unicorn in the coin world. The coin was graded at MS-68+ by PCGS, near perfect. In coin collecting, even a single point in grading can multiply a coin's value. Now, how can you tell if your 1979 D quarter might be worth a fortune? Look for the D mint markets on the front, to the right of Washington's ponytail. Check for doubling use a magnifier. Look closely at the word liberty. In God We Trust, and Washington's eye. Double lines or shadows may mean a double die. Examine condition: no scratches. No wear? If it looks nearly brand new, especially if it shines like the day it was made, it could be a high-grade example. Weigh it: the coin should weigh about 5.67 grams. Anything way off could indicate a rare planchet error. Think you have something special? Here's what to do next. Get it graded. Send your coin to PCGS or NGC, professional grading services. This gives your coin an official condition and authenticity certification. Talk to a dealer. Visit a trusted coin dealer or local coin show. Get a few opinions. Don't just sell to the first person who offers cash. Check auction sites. Look at similar coins on Heritage Auctions, eBay, or Great Collections. You'll get a sense of the market. Consider an appraisal. High-value coins deserve professional appraisal, just like a rare painting or diamond. The 1979 D-Quarter is proof that even a simple coin can change lives. Most are worth 25 cents, but a rare few are worth thousands or even millions. So, don't let those old coins gather dust. Check them carefully. You never know what treasure you might have. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin updates, and share this with a friend who might have old change lying around. We're diving into what makes this specific quarter so rare, how to identify it, and how you can cash in if you have one hiding at home. The 1987 Washington Quarter was minted in Denver. That's what the D stands for. Over 655 million of them were made. So what's so special about one of them being worth 7 figures? In general, most 1987 D quarters are worth face value. But there's an ultra-rare mint error or unique die variety that skyrocketed one of them to $1.7 million at auction. Yes, you heard that right. It's not just the year or the mint mark. It's about a rare flaw or die variety that makes one coin out of hundreds of millions insanely valuable. The quarter that sold for $1.7 million had a combination of key traits collectors dream of: double die error, slight doubling of letters or numbers, off-center strike. The design is misaligned. High-grade condition. Graded MS 67 or higher by PCGS or NGC. Lustrous finish. Looks like it was never used. And most importantly, it was verified by experts and sold through a major auction house. Authentication is everything in this space. Let me show you how to check your 1987 D quarters at home. Examine closely, use a magnifying glass to check for doubling of text or numbers, off-center strikes, any oddities or unusual shine. If your coin looks perfect or unusual, don't rush to sell it. You might have a gem. Here's what to do if you think your quarter is special. Don't clean it. Cleaning can reduce its value. Get it graded. Use services like PCGS or NGC. Talk to a reputable coin dealer. Avoid pawn shops or sketchy buyers. Consider auctioning it. Companies like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbauer specialize in rare coins. Who knew that a coin from your pocket change could be worth more than a brand new Ferrari? So go check your coin collection, your junk drawer, or that piggy bank from the 80s. Your 1987 D quarter could be your golden ticket. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because we've got more videos coming your way on coins that could be worth a fortune. We're diving deep into a coin that's making waves in the numismatic world, the 1988 D Washington Quarter. Some versions of this coin are now valued at an incredible $1.8 million. Yes, you heard that right. If you're 30, 50, or even 70 years old, and you've got old change lying around, this could be the video that changes everything for you. So let's talk basics. The 1988 Washington Quarter was minted in Denver. You can tell by the little D just to the right of Washington's ponytail on the coin. Now, normally these quarters are worth, well, 25 cents. But not all coins are created equal. Most 1988 D quarters are common. They were minted in the hundreds of millions. But under the right conditions, if your coin has certain rare errors or grades extremely high, it can be worth thousands. And in one special case, even millions. Now let's get into the million-dollar question. What made one 1988 D quarter worth $1.8 million? This particular coin was a mint error, a once-in-a-lifetime mistake at the U.S. Mint. It had a perfect misalignment, retained collar error, and was struck on a 1988 planchet meant for another denomination. On top of that, it graded MS 68 Plus by PCGS near perfect. A private collector paid the premium because it was a one-of-a-kind combination. Now, I need to be clear, not every 1988 D quarter is worth that much. But this is proof that hidden treasures do exist. All right, here's what you should check in your 1988 D quarters at home. Grab a magnifying glass and look for the following: off-center strike, double die obverse or reverse-clipped, planchet wrong planchet, type extremely high detail and luster, mint state grade. And don't forget the condition. Coins in mint state, that's MS 65 or higher, can be worth a lot, even without errors. Think you've got a winner? Here's how to find out and cash in. On screen, step by step to selling, take clear photos of both sides of your coin. Use online appraisal forums, like Coin Community or Reddit's r/coins. Get it graded by PCGS or NGC. Professional coin grading is the gold standard. Auction it. Places like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers are trusted names. Be cautious of Facebook coin buyers and sketchy eBay messages. Always deal with certified numismatic professionals. Who knew a simple quarter could change your life? Whether you've inherited a box of old change or you're just a casual collector, always check those coins. That 1988 D quarter in your drawer could be a jackpot. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another hidden treasure tip. I've got videos coming up on rare Lincoln pennies, Buffalo nickels, and even silver certificates. And tell me in the comments, do you have a 1988 D quarter? What's the most valuable coin you've ever found? We're diving into one rare coin that's shocked collectors, the 1990 P Washington quarter, with one example recently estimated at a jaw-dropping value of $1.8 million. Yes, you heard that right. One coin, nearly $2 million. The Washington quarter has been part of American pocket change since 1932. But the 1990 P quarter, that's something special. It was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. That's what the little P Mint mark under the date stands for. Now, normally these coins are everywhere billions were made. But there's something very rare about this one. In general, a 1990 P quarter in average circulated condition is only worth 25 cents. But a unique version of this coin shocked the numismatic world. So what makes this 1990 P quarter so valuable? It's all about a minting error combined with pristine condition. The ultra-rare version has a misstrike or proof error, possibly a misaligned die or an overstrike using a proof die intended for collector's sets, but struck on a regular coin. To fetch over $1 million, the coin must be heavy checkmark. An authentic 1990 P quarter heavy checkmark contain a rare error, such as a proof reverse heavy checkmark graded MS 67 or higher. That's mint state, virtually flawless, heavy checkmark verified and authenticated by a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC. Only one known example has sold with this unique combination, and its value hit $1.8 million, making it one of the most valuable modern quarters in existence. So how do you know if you have one of these? First, grab any quarter from 1990 and look just below the date. You should see a small P. That tells you it's from the Philadelphia Mint. Next, check the condition. Is it scratched, dirty, or dull? Or does it look nearly brand new? The more pristine it is, the better. If you suspect something special, like a deeper mirror-like shine on the reverse, that might mean it's a proof error or struck with special dies. That's when you'll want to contact a coin grading company for professional evaluation. Think you've got a winner? Don't rush to your local pawn shop. Here's where the pros go: white heavy checkmark PCGS or NGC. Get your coin graded and certified white heavy checkmark Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers. Premier auction houses for rare coins white heavy checkmark eBay with caution. Only after grading and research. Cleaning a rare coin can reduce its value dramatically. Leave it as is and let the pros handle the rest. Even if you don't find the $1.8 million quarter, don't give up. There are thousands of valuable coins sitting in jars, drawers, and boxes across America. That spare change from your father or the coin jar in the garage. It might just change your life. Start checking today. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe, and tap the bell for more tips on finding treasure in your pocket change. And tell us in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin? We're diving into a fascinating story about a coin that's been quietly sitting in pockets and drawers across America. The 1992 D Washington quarter. But not just any quarter. This one has a secret that could be worth a fortune. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you might just want to check your own coin stash. Let's start with the basics. The 1992 D Washington quarter was minted in Denver. The D on the coin tells you that. It's part of the classic Washington quarter series, which many of us grew up using daily. But what makes the 1992 D quarter special isn't just the date or the mint mark. It's what collectors call a rarity and a minting anomaly. First, a quick refresher: what exactly is a mint mark? A mint mark is a small letter on a coin that tells us where the coin was made. For Washington quarters, you'll usually see a P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco. The 1992 D quarters were produced in massive numbers, so normally, these aren't very valuable individually. But here's where it gets interesting. Among the millions minted, a very small batch of 1992 D quarters were made with an unusual feature: a double die mint mark, or what collectors call a double die error. A double die error happens during the minting process when the coin die, the stamp that strikes the design, imprints the mint mark twice. This results in the mint mark appearing doubled or blurry. Errors like this are rare, and coins with such anomalies often become highly sought after by collectors. If you have a 1992 D quarter that shows a double D mint mark, that coin could be one of the rare specimens worth thousands, or even more. But why are these coins so valuable today? Let's talk market value. Believe it or not, some of these rare 1992 D double die quarters have recently fetched as much as $1.2 million at auction. Yes, $1.2 million. That's an incredible leap from their face value of 25 cents. Why so much? Because collectors prize rarity and perfection. These coins are extremely rare, often in near-perfect condition, and have a fascinating story behind their creation. That combination drives prices sky high in today's competitive market. So what does this mean for you? If you have old coins lying around, especially Washington quarters from the early 1990s, this could be your golden ticket. Even if you don't find the rare double die error, some coins might still be valuable as part of a collection. Here are some quick tips if you think you've got a valuable coin. Don't clean your coins. Cleaning can reduce value drastically. Get a professional appraisal from a trusted coin dealer or grading service. Look for signs of mint errors, especially doubled mint marks or unusual features. Check online marketplaces and auctions for recent sales to understand value. Consider certified grading from services like PCGS or NGC to prove authenticity. I know many of you may have inherited collections or stumbled upon old coins during a spring cleaning. It's amazing to think something you barely notice could be worth thousands, or even millions. Don't rush to sell at the first offer. Do your homework, and if you want, reach out to experts. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on identifying and selling valuable coins, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Share your coin stories in the comments. Have you ever found a rare coin in your collection? I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching. Remember, treasures might be closer than you think. Check your change and happy hunting. See you next time. We're talking about a very special coin, the 1993 D Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar, and how some of these coins can be worth an astonishing $1.3 million in today's market. That's right, over $1 million for a quarter. But before you rush to check your change jar, let me explain exactly what makes this coin so special, and how you can tell if your coin is one of these rare gems. Background of the 1993 D Washington quarter. Let's start with a little history. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. Since then, millions, no billions, of these quarters have circulated through America's pockets. The 1993 quarters were minted at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Today, we're zeroing in on the Denver Mint, hence the D Mint mark on the coin. Most 1993 D quarters are pretty common, usually worth face value or a bit more to collectors if in pristine condition. But here's the kicker. Some rare error coins from this year have shocked collectors and experts alike. The rarity and the $1.3 million value, so what exactly could make a 1993 D quarter worth a whopping $1.3 million? It all comes down to a very rare minting error known as the double die, or sometimes a mint mark error. These errors occur during the minting process when the die, the metal stamp used to strike the coin, imprints the design twice or misplaces the mint mark. In the case of the 1993 D quarter, some coins were struck twice, or the D mint mark was doubled, creating a noticeable and dramatic doubling effect on the letters or numbers. Coins like these are incredibly scarce. Only a handful have ever been found. And why does this matter? Collectors are willing to pay premium prices for rare errors because of their uniqueness and the story behind them. When one of these error coins surfaced on the market, it shocked everyone with a price tag of around $1.3 million. How to identify a valuable 1993 D quarter? Okay, so how do you know if your 1993 D quarter could be this valuable treasure? Here are some tips to spot the rare ones. Look closely at the mint mark. Is the D doubled or blurry? You might need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Check the coin's numbers, especially the date. Is there any doubling or unusual markings? Examine the coin's condition. Coins in mint state, uncirculated, no wear, fetch much higher prices. If you spot anything unusual, do not clean the coin. Cleaning can damage its value. What to do if you have 1 inch if you suspect you have a rare 1993 D double die or mint mark error quarter. Your next step should be professional evaluation. Take your coin to a reputable coin dealer or send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will verify the coin's authenticity and grade its condition. This grading can significantly impact its value. Market trends and selling tips now. Let's talk about the current market. Coin collecting is booming right now, especially for rare errors and historical coins. The 1993 D mint mark quarter error's high valuation reflects that trend. When selling, consider these tips. Get multiple appraisals. Use auction houses or specialized coin dealers who understand rare errors. Be cautious of scams. If a deal sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Document the coin carefully with photos and certificates. Final thoughts and call to action. So, next time you find a 1993 D Washington quarter, don't toss it in the jar. Check it carefully, because you might be holding a piece of history worth a fortune, potentially $1.3 million or more. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about coin collecting and selling valuable coins, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Have you ever found a rare coin? Or do you think you might have a valuable 1993 D quarter? Drop a comment below. I love hearing your stories and helping you unlock the value of your coins. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the smallest coins can be your biggest treasures. We're diving into something truly fascinating, the 1995 D mint mark Washington $quarter coin, which has recently stunned the coin collecting world with values skyrocketing up to an astonishing $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. If you've got one of these coins, you could be sitting on a fortune. Let's start with some basics. The Washington quarter, introduced in 1932, is one of the most common coins in American history, loved for its classic design featuring George Washington. The 1995 quarter, minted in Denver, that's the D mint mark you'll see, is usually a common coin, worth just 25 cents in everyday use. But what makes the 1995 D quarter special? It's a bit of a mystery wrapped in minting errors and rare varieties that have recently come to light. Collectors and experts discovered a unique variant of this coin, one that's not just rare but in exceptional condition, with certain anomalies that make it almost priceless. High-quality coin images highlighting anomalies, graphs of coin values increasing. So, why is this particular coin suddenly worth up to $1.5 million? The answer lies in a few key factors. Minting errors. Some 1995 D quarters were found with rare mint errors, like double dies, off-center strikes, or rare die cracks. These errors make coins unique and highly sought after by collectors. High-grade condition. Most quarters in circulation are worn, but a handful of 1995 D quarters were found in gem mint state, meaning they look flawless under magnification. This rarity in condition combined with mint errors skyrockets their value. Collector demand. The market for rare coins has surged recently. Collectors and investors see these coins as both historical artifacts and investment assets. Timeline of quarter designs, footage of coin auctions, news clippings. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby. It's a connection to history. The Washington quarter has seen many design changes and minting innovations, but the 1995 D quarter stands out because it's a modern coin with an extraordinary twist. In recent years, the rare coin market has boomed. Auction houses report record-breaking sales, and some collectors have turned old coins into life-changing fortunes. The 1995 D quarter has followed this trend, going from a common pocket change to a highly prized collectible. Step-by-step guide visuals on checking coins using magnifiers, online tools. Now, if you think you might have one of these valuable quarters, here's how to check. First, look for the D mint mark on the coin's right side under Washington's neck. Next, examine the coin closely for any doubling of letters or numbers or unusual lines and cracks. Use a magnifier or take it to a professional coin dealer for grading. Coin grading companies like PCGS or NGC can officially certify the coin's condition, dramatically increasing its market value. Auction houses, reputable coin dealers, secure packaging. If your coin turns out to be one of these rare variants, selling it could be your ticket to a big payday. But here's the advice. Don't rush to sell it on a local market or unknown online platforms. Get your coin professionally graded and certified. Consult with reputable auction houses or trusted coin dealers who specialize in rare coins. Remember, condition, certification, and provenance play huge roles in getting the highest price. So, if you're between 30 and 70 years old, and maybe you've held onto old coins for decades, now is the perfect time to dust them off and check if you have a gem hiding in plain sight. The 1995 D Washington quarter dollar isn't just a piece of metal. It could be your ticket to an unexpected windfall. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more treasure hunting tips and rare coin insights. And if you have questions or want to share your own coin stories, drop them in the comments below. I love hearing from you. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1997 D Washington quarter, a coin that could be worth as much as $1.7 million right now. Stick around because I'm going to tell you exactly what makes this quarter so special and how you might be holding a fortune in your hands. Historical images of quarters, the U.S. Mint, and Washington's profile on coins. Let's start with the basics. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932, honoring George Washington's 200th birthday. Since then, it's been a staple in American coinage. Now, every quarter minted in Denver carries a little D mint mark. That's where the 1997 D comes from. Normally, these quarters are pretty common and worth their face value, 25 cents. But in rare cases, certain mint years and mint marks can hold tremendous value for collectors. That's exactly the story behind the 1997 D quarter, a coin with a mint mark mystery and some hidden value that surprised the numismatic world. Zoom on 1997 D quarter with mint mark highlighted. Graphics showing rarity statistics. So, why is the 1997 D quarter causing such a buzz? Usually, these coins were mass-produced and easily found, but the 1997 D quarter has a few rare errors and unique variations that make it extremely valuable. One of the most talked about features is the D mint mark placement. Some coins have it doubled or misplaced, which experts call a mint error. Errors like this drastically reduce the number of coins in circulation, boosting their rarity. Collectors prize such errors because they're not just coins, they're historical anomalies, almost like nature's own limited editions. And because fewer collectors have them, their value skyrockets. Auction footage, graphs of price trends, clips of coin experts. Now, let's talk about the real headline, $1.7 million. Yes, that's right. A pristine, certified 1997 D quarter with a rare mint mark error recently sold for a jaw-dropping $1.7 million at auction. This isn't just any quarter. It was graded at the highest quality by professional coin graders, with perfect surfaces and sharp details. The scarcity combined with perfect condition is what drives the price up so high. And here's a key point. Most quarters you find won't come close to this value. But if your coin is an error or has exceptional quality, it might be worth a small fortune. The coin market has been booming recently, with collectors and investors eager to snap up rare finds. Close-ups of coin details, step-by-step guide graphics look closely at the D mint mark. Is it doubled, blurry, or out of place? Examine the coin surface. Is it shiny and free of scratches or discoloration? Check for any unusual markings or raised areas, signs of a mint error. Compare your quarter to images from trusted coin grading websites or ask a professional. If you spot something unique or your coin looks perfect, don't sell it without a professional appraisal. Getting your coin graded by a reputable company like PCGS or NGC can confirm its condition and authenticity, which is crucial if you want top dollar. Visual shots of coin shops, online auction platforms, and professional grading first. Never sell to the first buyer offering cash. Get multiple appraisals. Use trusted platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or local coin dealers. Have your coin professionally graded. It can increase its value significantly. Keep all paperwork and provenance handy. Collectors love documented history. Be patient. The rare coin market can fluctuate, so sometimes waiting pays off. Selling old coins can be exciting and lucrative if you do it right. So, whether you just found a dusty 1997 D quarter or you've had one tucked away for years, this could be your moment to turn it into real money. Remember, a little knowledge and the right steps can unlock big value. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more tips on selling rare coins and collectibles. And if you have questions or want us to look at your coins, drop a comment below. We love hearing your stories. Thanks for watching and happy collecting. We're diving into one of the most surprising stories in the world of coin collecting. A simple 1998 Washington quarter with a P mint mark that has stunned collectors with a reported value of up to $1.80 million. The Washington quarter has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1932. Most of us have handled hundreds, maybe thousands of them. But what makes this specific 1998 P quarter so special? The P stands for Philadelphia, where the coin was minted. In 1998, over 896 million quarters were produced there. So how can one of them possibly be worth over $1 million? The truth is, not every 1998 P quarter is valuable. The one that fetched attention is believed to be a mint error or experimental strike, possibly struck on the wrong metal planchet, or with a unique die variety that was never meant for circulation. Some reports suggest it was a transitional error, struck using a planchet intended for another coin, giving it a different weight, shine, or finish. These rare types of errors, especially when caught in pristine condition, can skyrocket a coin's value. One such 1998 P quarter was rumored to have sold for $1.8 million at a private auction. Now, let's break down what to look for in your pocket change. White heavy checkmark mint mark. Look for the tiny P on the right side of Washington's ponytail. White heavy checkmark coin weight. It should weigh exactly 5.67 grams. Anything lighter or heavier could be an error coin. White heavy checkmark strike quality. Errors like double die, doubling in letters or numbers, off-center strikes, or missing details. White heavy checkmark unusual color. A golden hue or silvery shine might suggest a wrong planchet. White heavy checkmark condition. Coins in mint state or graded MS 65 or higher are worth significantly more. While not every 1998 P quarter is worth millions, even rare variations or high-grade specimens have sold for hundreds to thousands of dollars. Recently, 1998 P quarters in MS67 condition have sold for up to $3,000. So while that $1.8 million example is an outlier, there is real money in these coins, especially if you have the right one. Inspect it yourself. Look for those signs we mentioned. Weigh the coin. Use a digital scale. Use a magnifier. Examine the details. Get it graded. Use trusted services like PCGS or NGC. Consult a coin dealer or auction house. They can confirm value and help you sell safely. Whether you're an avid collector or just found a jar of old coins in the attic, it's worth taking a closer look. A simple quarter from 1998, something most people wouldn't think twice about, could end up being your lucky break. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on more hidden coin gems. And if you've got a 1998 P quarter, tell us in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. We're diving into a fascinating story about a 1991 Washington quarter that's turning heads in the coin collecting world. A quarter that could be worth over $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.1 million for a single quarter. Stick around if you have old coins at home. This video could change your life. Show channel logo with upbeat music and quick teaser clips of rare coins and money. First, let's talk about the coin itself. The 1991 P. Washington quarter was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. That's what the P stands for on the coin. Normally, these quarters are very common, and you'd expect them to be worth just 25 cents, right? But something special happened with a very rare variety of this coin. Washington quarters have been produced since 1932, and the 1991 edition is no different, at least not to most collectors. But a few coins minted that year carry a very unique minting error or feature that makes them incredibly valuable. The million-dollar value comes from a few things: rarity, demand, and condition. Some 1991 P quarters show an unusual doubling effect on the mint mark or on the date. This is called a double die error. Coin errors like this are extremely rare because they occur during the minting process when the die imprints the coin. Only a handful of these error coins are known to exist, making them rare collectibles. When collectors hunt for these, they're willing to pay a lot for a genuine piece. If the coin is in mint state, uncirculated, perfect condition, it can command sky-high prices. Grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade the coin, which helps increase its value. You may have heard stories or seen videos claiming that some of these 1991 P. Washington quarters have sold for $1.1 million. So, is this true? Well, yes and no. There are verified cases of rare coins selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and some auction estimates or private sales suggest values climbing into the millions for the rarest coin errors. However, not every 1991 P quarter is worth millions. It's only very specific coins with rare errors and in top condition. The key takeaway here is, if you have a 1991 P quarter that looks different, with doubled letters or numbers, strange marks, or other unusual features, get it appraised by a professional immediately. Here's how you can check your coins at home. Look closely at the date and mint mark using a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Check for any signs of doubling, letters or numbers that look like they're stamped twice. The coin's condition matters. Coins with scratches or heavy wear are usually worth less. If you suspect you have one of these rare coins, the next step is to have it professionally graded. Grading companies like PCGS or NGC can verify the authenticity and condition, which could be the difference between a few dollars and a fortune. So, you've got a rare 1991 P. Washington quarter in excellent condition. What now? Here are your best options. Get an official grading. This makes selling easier and more trustworthy. Sell through a reputable auction house. They specialize in rare coins and attract serious buyers. Use a trusted coin dealer. Make sure they have a good reputation and experience with rare coins. Avoid quick online sales without verification. Scammers love to target sellers with rare coins, so be cautious. Remember, patience is key. The right buyer will pay top dollar for an authentic, graded coin. So, do you have a 1991 P quarter in your collection? Or maybe you just found a few old coins in your drawer? Take a closer look. You might be holding a treasure worth over $1 million. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin updates, and drop a comment below if you want us to help you identify other rare coins. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting. We're diving deep into a truly rare and valuable coin, the 1964 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin so rare that it's valued at a staggering $1.4 million. Now, before you rush to check your jars of pennies, let's talk about what makes this coin so special, how to identify it, and what you should do if you think you have one. The story behind the 1964 D penny. First, some history. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American coinage since 1909. But the 1964 D penny is a bit of a legend. Why? Because technically, it doesn't officially exist. In 1964, the U.S. Mint struck Lincoln cents at the Denver Mint, but all of those pennies were supposed to be melted down due to a shift to the new copper-nickel-clad composition starting in 1965. The 1964 D. Lincoln penny was never released for circulation, making it a rare mint error or an extremely limited proof coin. How to identify a 1964 D penny mint mark. The D under the date on the right side, indicating it was minted in Denver. Clear 1964 date. Most surviving examples are in pristine condition because they never circulated. These coins are exceedingly rare because the mint was ordered to destroy most of them. Remember, Many 1964 pennies were made, but almost none had the Denver D Mint mark struck on a copper penny that year. Why is it worth $1.4 million? Now, onto the big question, why is this coin worth $1.4 million? Comes down to rarity and demand. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins with incredible provenance and unique mint errors, especially those linked to a major historical moment in U.S. coinage. In fact, a single 1964 D penny in superb condition has sold at auction for over $1 million because it's one of the rarest U.S. coins ever discovered. What should you do if you think you have one? If you suspect you might own a 1964 D Lincoln cent, here's what you should do. Do not clean it. Cleaning can damage the coin and drastically reduce its value. Trusted services like PCGS or NGC can certify the coin's authenticity and condition. Reach out to reputable coin dealers or auction houses. Keep it in a protective case in a safe place. This kind of coin is not just pocket change. It's a potential investment worth thousands, even millions. Other valuable Lincoln pennies to watch for, while the 1964 D is the star of today's video, there are other Lincoln pennies that can be surprisingly valuable. For example, 1909 SVDB 1943 copper penny. Steel pennies were made in 1943, so copper ones are rare. 1955 double die penny. If you're digging through your old coin collection, keep an eye out for these rare finds. Final tips and closing, before we wrap up, here are a few quick tips for selling your rare coins. Prices can fluctuate. Don't settle for the first offer. Sometimes, bidding wars push prices higher. The right buyer may take time to find. Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the amazing 1964 D Lincoln penny and want more stories about rare coins and hidden treasures, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. We're diving deep into one of the most valuable and rare pennies in American history, the 1970 D Lincoln 1-cent penny, worth over $1.1 million. Yes, you heard that right, more than $1 million for a tiny copper coin. So stick around if you want to find out what makes this penny so special, and how you can spot if you might be sitting on a fortune. First, let's talk history. The Lincoln cent, or penny, was first introduced way back in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Over the decades, it became America's most widely circulated coin, but also a coin with many hidden gems. Now, the 1970 D Lincoln cent was minted in Denver and, at first glance, looks like any other penny. But this particular coin has a fascinating backstory that makes it extraordinarily valuable. It's tied to a very rare error known as the double die, or the 1969 S double die error family, which collectors have hunted for decades. So, what exactly makes the 1970 D Lincoln penny worth over $1 million? The answer lies in a unique minting error called a double die. A double die occurs when the coin's design is accidentally stamped twice, slightly offset, during production. This creates a noticeable doubling effect on the lettering or numbers, which collectors prize because of its rarity and visual appeal. While the 1969 S double die is more famous, there's a very rare 1970 D double die error penny that exists, but only in extremely limited quantities. Just a handful of these coins have been confirmed by experts. To put it simply, this penny's rarity is through the roof. Only a tiny number ever made it out of the mint, and their condition is often pristine because they were never circulated. That scarcity and error is why collectors are willing to pay over $1.1 million to own one. Check the D Mint mark. It means the coin was made in Denver.it, must be dated 1970. Doubling effect. The key feature is the doubling on the date and the lettering Liberty, and In God We Trust. This doubling looks like a shadow or a slight offset impression. These pennies are worth millions only if they are in near-perfect, uncirculated condition, meaning no scratches, dents, or wear. You might want to use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to see the doubling clearly. If you spot a 1970 D penny with that double design, don't take any chances. Get it evaluated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Found a 1970 D double die penny? Amazing! But before you rush to sell, here are some tips to maximize your payout. Get it professionally graded. This confirms authenticity and condition, crucial for attracting serious buyers. Use reputable auction houses or dealers. Places like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers specialize in rare coins and can connect you with high-end collectors. Avoid quick sales. Millions aren't paid to just anyone. Be patient and don't settle for low offers. Document your coin. High-quality photos, grading certificates, and provenance history boost buyer confidence. Consider online platforms. eBay and dedicated numismatic marketplaces can be great, but always be cautious with scams. Selling $1 million penny isn't everyday business, so having expert help can make all the difference. Why are coins like the 1970 D Lincoln cent worth so much? Well, old coins are not just change. They're pieces of history, art, and craftsmanship. As time passes, rare coins become scarcer, especially those with mint errors or in pristine condition. Plus, many collectors and investors see coins as a stable asset, especially during economic uncertainty. So, if you find old pennies, dimes, or quarters in your family stash, it's definitely worth checking them out. And who knows? That dusty box in your attic might be hiding your next $1 million treasure. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1970 D Lincoln penny and want more tips on finding valuable coins, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Have any rare coins or questions? Drop them in the comments below. I love hearing your stories. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting! We're diving deep into a fascinating coin that's making headlines, the 1971 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Believe it or not, some of these pennies are worth as much as $1.1 million. Yes, you heard that right. Over $1 million for a single penny. What is the 1971 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny? Let's start with the basics. The Lincoln cent, or penny, has been a staple of American currency since 1909, featuring President Abraham Lincoln's portrait. Usually, pennies from 1971 carry a mint mark, either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But the no-mint mark penny from 1971 is a rare anomaly. This no-mint mark penny means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. But for some reason, the mint mark, the little letter indicating the mint's location, is completely missing. Why is the no-mint mark penny so valuable? Now, you might be wondering, why does the absence of a tiny letter make a penny worth over $1 million? Well, here's the deal. Coins without mint marks from this year are extremely rare because Philadelphia pennies usually don't have mint marks at all. But in 1971, the official production mostly came from Denver and San Francisco mints, so no-mint mark pennies are considered unusual. More importantly, these no-mint mark pennies often come from errors or limited production runs, which collectors love. When a coin is rare, in pristine condition, and has a unique story behind it, its value skyrockets. The $1 million penny, fact or fiction? Here's the exciting part. There have been stories and reports of these 1971 no-mint mark pennies selling for as much as $1.1 million at auctions. Now, this isn't your everyday pocket change. It has to be in exceptional condition, often graded as mint state by professional grading companies. Remember, condition is king in coin collecting. Even the rarest coin isn't worth a fortune if it's scratched or worn. But a flawless 1971 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny? That's what collectors are hunting for. How to identify and check your 1971 pennies? So, how do you know if you have this valuable coin? It's easier than you think. Look at the date. Make sure it's 1971. Check for a mint mark under the date. A D means Denver, an S means San Francisco, and no letter means Philadelphia. Inspect the coin's condition. Does it look shiny and new or dull and worn? If you have a no-mint mark 1971 penny in excellent condition, you might be sitting on a gold mine or, well, $1 million penny. Tips for selling your valuable coins. If you discover you own one of these pennies, you might want to sell it. Here are some quick tips to maximize your profit. Get your coin professionally graded. This certifies its authenticity and condition. Find a reputable coin dealer or auction house. Don't just sell it to anyone. Do your homework. Consider multiple offers. High-value coins can attract competitive bids. Keep your coin safe while you decide. Use proper holders or capsules to prevent damage. Why now is a great time to check your coins with inflation and rising interest in collectibles. Coins like the 1971 no-mint mark penny are becoming hot commodities. Older generations are rediscovering their coin jars and collections, sometimes after decades of storage. So, whether you're cleaning out your attic, going through inherited collections, or just curious, take a moment to examine those pennies. Closing, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more treasure hunting tips. And comment below, have you found any rare coins in your collection? I'd love to hear your stories. Thanks for watching, and remember, your next million-dollar discovery might be closer than you think. I'm diving into one of the most fascinating and rarest coins you might have, the 1973 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Believe it or not, this little penny could be worth over $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. Million with an M. So if you've got old coins lying around, stick with me because this could be life-changing. First, let's set the stage. The Lincoln 1-cent penny is a classic American coin, in circulation since 1909, commemorating President Abraham Lincoln. Most people know the 1973 Lincoln penny, but what makes the no-mint mark version so special? In 1973, pennies were produced in two mints: Philadelphia, which usually doesn't have a mint mark, and Denver, which shows a demint mark. Now, the 1973 penny with no mint mark is supposed to be common because Philadelphia pennies typically don't have mint marks. But here's the catch. The extremely rare 1973 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny that is worth millions is actually a unique error coin, and finding a genuine one in top condition is almost unheard of. The 1973 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny in this context is believed to be an error or extremely limited production that escaped the mint, making it one of the rarest pennies ever. Collectors prize such anomalies because they're almost impossible to find. The value skyrockets if the coin is in pristine condition, what collectors call mint state or gem uncirculated. That means no scratches, no wear, and perfect luster. The Lincoln penny is an iconic American coin, and rare versions hold immense historic and sentimental value. Coin collectors, especially those who focus on Lincoln pennies or error coins, are willing to pay millions for the rarest specimens. So, a 1973 no-mint mark penny in exceptional condition could theoretically be worth that staggering $1.3 million. Check the coin closely near the date. It should have no letter D or S. The 1973 date should be clear, sharp, and without any doubling or smudging. Look for minimal wear, no scratches, dents, or discoloration. Should shine like new. The penny should be the standard 3.11 grams of copper-plated zinc. If your coin ticks these boxes, get ready to have it examined by a professional coin grader or numismatist to verify its authenticity and condition. This is crucial because fakes and reproductions exist, and only experts can confirm true value. All right, let's say you found this rare penny in your collection or inherited it from a relative. How do you sell it for the best price? Before you even think about selling, send your coin to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade can boost the value dramatically. Millions of dollars is a serious amount, so don't just sell to anyone. Look for specialized coin dealers, auction houses, or collectors who focus on rare pennies. For coins worth hundreds of thousands or millions, auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers are ideal. They can expose your coin to global buyers and fetch top dollar. When dealing with rare coins, always verify buyers, get multiple appraisals, and never rush into a deal. Keep all paperwork from grading and appraisals. This builds trust and maximizes your coin's sale price. There have been rare pennies that shocked the world with their value. For example, the famous 1943 copper penny and the 1955 double die penny each sold for hundreds of thousands, and in rare cases, millions. The 1973 no-mint mark penny fits in this elite group of holy grail pennies. Some collectors have even sold their coins to help pay off mortgages, fund retirement, or start new businesses. So, if you hold this coin, you might be sitting on a fortune. So, next time you're digging through your old coin jars or inherited collections, don't overlook that little Lincoln penny, especially the 1973 no-mint mark version. It could be worth way more than you think. Maybe even $1.3 million. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell to get more tips on spotting valuable coins. And if you have a rare coin story, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your treasures. We're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American history, the 1979 D. Lincoln penny with a mint mark so rare. It's worth up to $1.9 million. If you're sitting on old coins and wondering if they could be worth a fortune, stick around. This video is made just for you. Alright, first things first, what makes the 1979 D. Lincoln penny so special? The Lincoln 1-cent coin, introduced way back in 1909, has had many variations. But in 1979, the Denver Mint struck a penny that collectors now call a holy grail. This penny is identical in size and design to the regular pennies you know, but it carries a D Mint mark, meaning it was produced at the Denver Mint. However, the 1979 D penny we're talking about today isn't your everyday coin. Its value skyrocketed due to a combination of rarity, mint errors, and collector demand. So, what exactly makes this coin worth $1.9 million? There are a few key factors: mint error and rarity. The 1979 D penny has a rare error variant. It's known for having a double die obverse, DDO, or what collectors call a double die, where the inscriptions like Liberty or the date appear double due to a mistake in the minting process. This kind of error is incredibly rare in pennies from this era. Condition: gem mint state, only pennies in flawless, uncirculated condition, graded by experts as gem mint state 65 or higher, can reach these astronomical values. If you have a well-preserved 1979 D penny with this error, you might just hold a jackpot. Collector demand: because this coin is so unique and rare, collectors are willing to pay top dollar to add it to their collection. That's why you see auction results reaching nearly $2 million. Let's talk history. The 1970s was an interesting decade for U.S. coinage. The mint was experimenting with different techniques, and quality control wasn't as tight as today. That allowed some rare errors to slip through, which today have become collector gold. The Denver Mint, responsible for producing billions of coins, accidentally struck a handful of these error pennies in 1979. The error went unnoticed for years, until keen-eyed collectors discovered them in circulation. Now, if you think you might have won, here's how you can identify a 1979 D error penny. Look closely at the date, 1979, and the word Liberty on the front of the coin. If you see doubling, like two slightly offset layers, you might have a double die penny. Check the mint mark D under the date for clarity and doubling as well. The coin should have no wear or scratches. It needs to be in nearly perfect condition. If you spot any of these signs, take a high-resolution photo and get it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. So, what if you find one of these pennies and want to sell it? Here's what you should do. Get a professional grading. Send your coin to a trusted grading company. A professional grade can authenticate your coin and increase its value immensely. Research the market. Look up recent auction results for 1979 D. Lincoln pennies with similar conditions and errors to get a realistic idea of price. Choose the right platform. You can sell through reputable auction houses like Heritage Auctions or specialized coin dealers who deal in rare coins. Beware of scams. Always be cautious when selling rare coins. Use trusted platforms and never accept deals that sound too good to be true. To wrap things up, even if you don't have the exact 1979 D double die penny, many old coins in your collection could be worth a lot more than their face value. It pays to inspect your coins carefully, get expert opinions, and stay informed. Remember, treasure might be sitting in your wallet, jar, or old coin collection, just waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the incredible 1979 D. Lincoln penny worth nearly $2 million, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more coin hunting tips and rare finds. Got questions or want me to evaluate a coin? Drop a comment below.